Team USA and Team Europe square off once again at the Ryder Cup, battling for international golf supremacy. Everyone, welcome into another edition of On Tour with Jon McCarthy. I'm Rob Wong, joined alongside by Toronto Sun national golf writer Jon McCarthy. And John, 2 years ago, Team USA cruised to a Ryder Cup win at Whistling Straits, and now Team Europe is hopeful of getting their revenge on home soil. Let's start with the rosters. A lot of new faces on both sides. Which players taking part are you most interested to see how they perform on the big stage this weekend?
Well, Europe always likes playing at home, and they have great success there. And it's a bit of a turning of the generations for the European team. So the guys I'm interested in seeing primarily Ludwig Aberg. He's just got his PGA Tour card recently. He was a two-time Ben Hogan winner in the NCAA for Texas Tech. He's from Sweden. But he looks like he could be, golf's next superstar, and they've elevated him right away to the Ryder Cup team. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on him. So I'm interested in how he's going to fare. And on the American side, I want to see how these sort of unlikely major winners do with the Brian Harman and Wyndham Clark. I mean, they're on the team on their merits, and now it's going to be time to step up. So those are the three guys I'm really interested in seeing how they perform.
So Marco Simone Golf and Country Club in Italy is, and of course, I think a lot of people are too familiar with on this side of the pond. How is it expected to play for the Ryder Cup?
Well, when you're on home soil, you always want to try and get an advantage of some sort. You can do course setup the way you want it. And this golf course was actually totally redesigned in 2018 with the Ryder Cup in mind. So they've only one hole is basically the same as it was before. So it's a tight looking golf course. The fairways, there's some what we would look at as fescue grass getting quite close to the fairway. So what that's trying to do is get away from some of the sort of bomb and gouge style golf that the PGA Tour sees, that the Americans grew up on. I mean, let's face it, everybody in the Ryder Cup is playing in America a lot. So they're all used to playing American style courses. But the Americans grew up on golf courses where you could sort of hit the driver as far as you could, then go find it. So they're trying to change that. They're trying to make it very penal if you miss fairways with some of this. They're calling it naturalized areas. It looks like fescue grass. So they really want to stress accuracy off the tee and then accuracy into greens. A lot of these greens are big, but they have different tiers to them. So Europe's hoping that their players are more used to growing up on these style shot-making golf courses, and they're hoping it sort of, the Americans have the talent to play it. They're just hoping it makes them a little bit uncomfortable. It's a lot of long par fours or the new sort of short drivable par fours. So it's going to be quite exciting for match play golf, and the closing stretch is going to be phenomenal. It's got the 17th is a par 3. It looks like a lot of fun for match play, and then the 18th is a 630-yard par 5. It's the one hole you can really rip a driver down and take your chances and see what you have on the closing hole. So 16, 17, 18 is made to swing a lot of matches, and it probably will.
All right, prediction time. Team Europe has won 7 of the last 10 Ryder Cups, while Team USA hasn't won on European soil since 1993. Who do you think takes home the title this year?
Well, a lot of the Americans weren't even born the last time their team won on European soil. It's funny, when U.S. ran over them 2 years ago, it looked like that could be the start of sort of a stretch of domination, because a lot of the European stalwarts, they're not there anymore. The Lee Westwoods, the Ian Poulters, Sergio Garcia, and not only not playing, they're not there in any capacity with their move to live golf. So it is a new generation of European players. But if you look at it, the U.S. has the world number 1 ranked player, but Europe has 3 in the top 5. So the average world ranking looks to tilt towards America. They're like 13 on average, world ranking 13, and Europe's sort of 30th. But they have 3 in the top 5. Rahm, Hovland, McIlroy. So it looks a little more even than it sometimes does in the past. But if I was making a pick, U.S. is slight favorite on the betting odds, and as a bit of a generational turn for Europe, I want to sort of see it before I'm willing to give it to them. So I think I'm going to give the edge to America.
Well, there's nothing like the Ryder Cup. Should be a lot of fun this weekend. For all of Jon's Ryder Cup coverage, head over to the Toronto Sun.